let's say you've got a couple of gems left from last month, and then you saw the trailer, and now you are excited. Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming, and you're enticed to scout, but you're not sure because, you know, you just want one copy. And are they gonna be redundant or not? Or are they gonna make a huge difference to your gameplay? Well guys, this video is for you, so strap on your seatbelts, sit tight, and let's begin. 1 out of 5 or none out of 5 video. Here we go. Yo, 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 this is Saul, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, your artist Team Skull Grunt, and this is Pokemon Masters EX, guys. And in this video, we discuss each of these new sync pairs with their base kit. That means just by getting one copy, are they gonna be good or not? No 2 copies, no 3 copies. Maybe in the future, you want to see that. And if you want to see that, you can check out my June 2023 Pairs Who to Scout for video, where I discuss each one in their full potential. But this one, just one copy. So before we begin, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up as we're really close. We're just around 50 subs away from 10K. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and make sure your notifications are on so that you don't get to miss any of my future uploads. And maybe if you're wanting, you are one of those fans of Sync Pair Scout videos or Sync Pair Scout streams, I do them live. So make sure your notifications are on because I am going to scout for Datamine tomorrow, and you don't want to miss that. I heard that there's gonna be a special animation when you're scouting for these 2 new sync pairs. Looking forward to that. Wonder what days they're gonna be. And also, guys, leave a comment down below and tell me which one of these sync pairs you plan to scout for. And maybe after listening to this video, did you change your mind, or are you, your convictions have solidified and you want these sync pairs even more? And to push the support a bit further, you can become a member of my channel. You can click on the join button down below. These people have been supporting me for the longest time. Thank you so much for your support and generosity. And if you want to, but you could not, you can become active and maybe you'll receive a gift membership from one of my awesome gifters out here. So thank you guys for extra generosity. By the way, if in order to receive gift memberships, your gifting has to be on. I'm not sure how to do that exactly, but once someone gifts, you just press on the gift icon, just turn on your gifting, or else you have no way of receiving gift memberships. And with that said, guys, let's begin. This is the timeline of events, or of Sync Pair Scouts. And Datamine is coming out on May 31. That's Asia time. If you're in the West, that's May 30, maybe in the late evening. And ends on July 9, or that's the last day. July 10, they're gonna be gone. Irida comes 2 days after, June 2. Meanwhile, 2 weeks after Irida, you got Suicune or Shiny Suicune and Eusine, June 15. And 2 days after Eusine, you have Cygnus with Silver on June 17. Ends on July 14. Less than a month. Now, upon scouting for Datamine, you can immediately invite him to the trainer lodge and go interact with him, go make some friends or something. And the next month, that's July, you can invite Irida to the trainer lodge as well. So, that's 2 sync pairs added to your team if you have them friendship level 100. Not just 1, but 2 sync pairs, because Datamine and Leafeon and Datamine and, if I'm not mistaken, Vaporeon. I might be wrong. And I don't know what Irida is yet. We'll know next month. So, that's that. And now, let me tell you about these sync pair scouts. So, because Datamine and Irida are master fairs. Master fairs. And master fairs, well, have a 1% chance of appearing in your sync pair scouts. Now, I'm not sure if these are the first master fairs that are paired up with a non-legendary Pokemon. Just tip of my head, right now I'm thinking we have master fairs that have not teamed up with legendaries. let me know in the comment section or in the live chat. But right now, Ethan is with Lugia, Celebi, Suicune, you know, Groudon, Kyogre, Pikachu. Oh, Pikachu, Lucario. They're not legendary, so this is not the first time that we've had ordinary Pokemon, but then they're evolutions, and this is the first time that Glacial, I think, is gonna be obtainable. So we've got several. We've almost completed all the evolution lines in Pokemon Masters. So Master Fair Scouts. What do Master Fair Scouts give? First 5 multiples, you get presents. You can get power-ups. You can get coins. So, first 5 multiples get you that. You also get a 12% chance of getting a random 5-star. And a 1% chance, or let's say a 99% chance of not getting these two. 99% chance, if you want a negative way of looking at it, of not getting these two. So, the chances of getting shafted is rather high in Master Fairs, but let's be positive, I guess. 1% chance of scouting for Adamant and Irida. Meanwhile, for these two, they are Pokefair Scouts. Pokefair Scouts, 2% chance of scouting for the featured unit. We've been waiting for Yusin for the longest time. And now he's paired up with Shiny Suicune. Yes, he finally gets Suicune, a shiny variant. Silver. I think his outfit is really nice. I like it. And yeah, he's paired up with his Sneasel, which I think has been hinted for the longest time. But we did not exactly expect Silver and Sneasel, honestly, as a Signisuit. But yeah, Pokefairs do not give you presents when you scout for them, but at least you get a 2% chance. Rather than a 1% chance. There's only a 98% chance of not getting the featured unit. Also a 10% chance of getting a random 5-star that probably is not them, but at least 2% chance of scouting them instead of just 1% for the Master Fairs. The disadvantage again is that there are no presents upon scouting, unlike those two, and there's only a 10% chance of random 5-star instead of a 12% chance of a random 5-star. Also, one more thing is that Master Fairs max out at 3 out of 5. If you get 3 copies, you have basically unlocked their entire kit. But Pokefairs nowadays require 5 copies in order to unlock their full grid. But, you know, this is a 1 out of 5 or none out of 5 video, and we do not care about 2 copies, 3 copies, 4 copies, 5 copies. Let's move on. Alright, if you want to know how your gems are doing, if you want to know if you're gonna get shafted or not, you can check my How Many Gems Can We Get video, June 2023. Some people have asked, is there no egg event? Because there are shinies that have been data mined. Well, I have not seen the data miners put any egg events, so I cannot answer. The answer for me is no. I do not see any egg events, but maybe, just maybe, they will be added up some later time. Alright, let's move on. You see this background image. Congratulations, you have scouted for Adamant and Leafeon, but then, the animation, the scouting animation, they said it's gonna be different. So maybe you'll have an idea that you are able to scout for Adamant and Leafeon already before even seeing this. I don't know. But such a nice background. It's so peaceful looking at this background. 3D became 2D. Anyway, guys, this one is a tech sync pair. And this is a physical tech sync pair. You have Leaf Blade, critical hits land more easily. This is a 3-move gauge attack. You have Synthesis to recover HP. You have 2 MP for this one. You can use this twice. By using Synthesis twice, you are guaranteed to max out your HP. Recover max HP. If the weather is sunny, you get to recover 60% HP instead. But if the weather is rainy or hailing or sandstorming, you get to recover a little less HP, 40% instead. You got a buddy move, B-Razor Leaf, and this is after. This can be unlocked after you use a move. Either Leaf Blade or Synthesis or No Time Like the Present. I think that is also included. And if you use this, you are gonna land a crit on the enemy and then it lowers the opponent's defense -1. It also lowers the opponent's grass type rebuff -1. Grass type rebuff, now the lower the rebuff is, the stronger your grass type attacks are gonna be. In addition, if the weather is sunny, you get to lower an additional -1 defense. So the opponents will have their defenses -2 instead. And this is an AoE attack, meaning if you use B-Razor Leaf, every single opponent will have their defense lowered -1 or -2 depending if it's sunny or not. Plus, all the opponents will get a grass type rebuff, making your next several grass type attacks stronger in damage, and you can use this twice. How do you activate this? By using Leaf Blade, Synthesis, or No Time Like the Present. After you use this, it will get deactivated again. You will get that chain, you cannot use that. And you would have to use another Leaf Blade or Synthesis or No Time Like the Present to unlock it again, and after you unlock it, you use it again. The opponents will get their defense -1 or -2 again, plus an additional grass type rebuff. Rebuffs max out at +3 or -3. There's no positive rebuffs as of the moment, but there's negative rebuffs. So, you get to deal much stronger grass type damage. His trainer move, No Time Like the Present, maxes out your attack stat, raises your defense +4, and if the weather is sunny, you get to lower your sync move countdown -1. Lots of things to do with sun. You can use this once. And then his sync move, Accelerating Time Razor Leaf, the higher your attack stat is, which in a snap of a finger maxes out your attack stat by using your No Time Like the Present trainer move. Maximum haymaker damage for your sync move. Meanwhile, your passive skills, as a master sync pair, you got a master passive skill. Sinnoh Pride powers up everyone's physical attacks by 20%. So this does not apply to sync move, this only applies to Leaf Blade, B-Razor Leaf, and reduces the damage you receive, physical damage you receive from the opponent by 25%. So this also applies to only the opponent's normal attacks, not sync moves. And the more sync pairs you have with Sinnoh in their name, you get to power up your moves even more by a maximum of 50% and a maximum damage reduction of 31%. Now, if you have two sync pairs with Sinnoh Pride, I'm not sure if there's a second sync pair with Sinnoh Pride, they will not stack. The DNA, the game has confirmed this in one of their tutorials. You cannot stack Sinnoh Pride with Sinnoh Pride, but you can stack Sinnoh Pride with Johto Pride or something else. You can stack Sinnoh Pride with Sinnoh Flagbearer with Sinnoh Spirit, but then Sinnoh Pride and Sinnoh Spirit are powering up and reducing special damage instead of physical damage. You can stack master passives of different names, but you cannot stack master passives of the same names. Time flows over Hisui at the start of the battle, makes the weather sunny. And if you use your sync move, it also makes the weather sunny. Powers up his moves when the weather is sunny. So, a lot to do with sun. You want to use him. Bring in Sun back. This reminds me of Flareon. And I think Lucas and Flareon. The evolution variety sus thing. Where after you use your sync move, every single time you get to bring in weather back. This one brings in weather at the start of the battle, and every time you use a sync move, which is a nice plus for me. Also, you got clutch critical. Every single one of your attacks are gonna be crits, including your sync move. So Leaf Blade, gonna be a crit. B-Razor Leaf, gonna be a crit. Your sync move, gonna be a crit unless the opponent has Vigilance or Critical Shield. And best of all, a critical freebie 9 every single time you land a critical hit. Your next move is gonna be free. So technically you can spam Leaf Blade, Leaf Blade, Leaf Blade, Leaf Blade, Leaf Blade. It's always gonna be free if you're continuing on landing criticals. You can also use B-Razor Leaf, Leaf Blade, B-Razor Leaf, Leaf Blade. But then once you use Synthesis, you know, you're not damaging the opponent, so you will not get a free move next in that regard, guys. So that is his base kit. And now let's look at his 1 out of 5 grid. He has Headstrong. Your attack stat cannot be lowered. I guess that's good because his sync move relies on his maximum attack stat. So by getting this, you're guaranteeing that your sync move is gonna be maximum damage no matter what. And as a tech sync player, if you 6-star EX him, his sync move will be multiplied by 1.5 times damage. That is a good thing, but then all his other multipliers are locked at 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5. But we're just talking about 1 out of 5 right now. So a good grass type sync pair with good damage, free move next. So if you're worried about how, you know, if you have Signature Lyra, grassy terrain will make Adamant even stronger. And you know, if Signature Lyra has grassy terrain, her moves are gonna be free, her attacks are gonna be free. This one, always free attack no matter what, except if the opponent has Vigilance, because free move next upon landing a critical. So no issues about the move gauge management here. But then we've got so many grass types already. Do you need another one? The good thing about this one is grass type rebuff, and not just one, but 2 grass type rebuffs, and you're also lowering the opponent's, you know, you're lowering the opponent's defense stat. Plus, Sunny Day for free. A lot of grass types rely on Sunny Day, so if you do not have, which I actually recommend, Signature Azarola is a very good sync pair here. And yeah, it's gonna be a good pair with Signature Azarola, but then, you know, you got B Swords Dance. You do not exactly benefit from that except for the physical moves up next effect, because you get to maximize your attack stat immediately after using your trainer move. So that's Adamant and Leafeon, and now let's move on to the next one, Iridian Glacial. This is the first ever sync pair to have the long-awaited Ice Zone / Ice Wish. This one can AoE attack the opponent. I forgot to put the 3 things on Icy Wind. That's an AoE attack. And it lowers the opponent's speed stat. Every single opponent's speed stat -1 stat rank after you use Icy Wind. And B-Ice Beam is her buddy move. This is only 1 target, and this is activated when there's a hailstorm. And this will deactivate if there's no hailstorm already, but you can only use this once. Unlike Adamant, which you can use twice, you can only use B-Ice Beam once. And what this does is it never misses, and it has a 10% chance of leaving the target frozen, just like, if I'm not mistaken, Beard or Champion Beard also has a 10% chance of freezing the opponent with B Freezing Glare, It also lowers the opponent's special defense -4 instantly, -4 special defense, and gives you a move gauge acceleration. So speeds up the move gauge and also gives you a free move next. This is just a debuffing thing. This just lowers the opponent's special defense, and that's it. The others are just benefits, just extras. Nothing that significant. Does not give the opponent an ice type rebuff. Does not do much. Does not lower your sync move countdown. It only speeds up your move gauge, gives you a free move next, and just, you know, lowers the opponent's special defense -4, which I guess is good. You got Ice Wish. You can use this twice, and again, what this does is bring in Ice Zone, and it powers up all your ice type moves, all your ice type sync moves, all your ice type max moves, just in case you have Melanie, you know, ice type max move is gonna be powered up. And then you have Chill to your core as your trainer move, raises your special attack by 4, raises your critical hit rate +3, and every single sync pair you have will have a regen effect if it is hailstorming. Now if you pair Adamant and Irida up, just be aware that Sun cannot pair up or cannot stack with Hail. They're gonna overwrite each other, so just be careful how you use them together. So, again, not maxes out, but raises your special attack +4, but maxes out your critical hit rate. And if it's Hailstorming, you get to give yourself and everyone in your team a regen effect, which is pretty good. Passive skills, Sinnoh Spirit is the special version of Sinnoh Pride, which powers up everyone's special attack moves and lowers the special attack moves or damage you receive from the opponent, and you can max this out 50% damage increase and 31% damage decrease. Space spreads over Hisui sorry, protects all your sync pairs from hailstorm damage. I like this because it's so irritating. Sometimes you have to have hail in your team. Like for example, I have Palentine's Bay, which relies or which brings in hail, and then her defenses get increased in hail, and I like because hail, but every single one of my sync pairs get damage because of the hail, and I do not like to change their sync bridge just to give them snow shelter. That's very mafan. And so this one just protects every single one of your sync pairs from hail damage. I think this is the first time I've seen this, so this is a very good plus for me. It powers up everyone's sync damage, if everyone's damage if there is a hailstorm, and it quickly charges the move gauge when there's a hailstorm. So what this does differently from Adamant is that Adamant brings in Sun every single time he sinks. Every start of the battle he brings in Sun. This one does not bring in hail at the start of the battle, does not bring in hail after you use your sync move. What this does is after you use Ice Wish, that's when you bring in hail. Watch for Ice brings in Hailstorm the moment you use Ice Wish. So Ice Zone together with Hail, same thing. And the moment you bring in Hailstorm, everyone's attacks, everyone's moves will be powered up because of space spreads over Hisui. Some sync pairs get powered up from Ice, from Hailstorm. Take note that this game does not boost Ice type damage from Hail, unlike main series games. It only for invigorating hail or heavy hail multipliers. Your sync pairs have to have invigorating hail, heavy hail. That's when their moves are gonna be powered up from hail. But normally they do not get powered up. Ice type moves do not get powered up from hail. Some moves do not miss from if there's a hailstorm, like for example Blizzard. So that's a good plus. But again, the best thing about this sync pair is that you are protected from hail damage. Every single one of your sync pairs are prevented from damage when there's a hail. Vigilance, you will not be hit by critical hits. Or rather, sorry, yeah, that's correct. You will not be hit by critical hits. Sorry, I messed that one up. Okay, passive skills. She has Invigorating Hail 5, which again I said, when there's a hailstorm, your moves get powered up. Space spreads over Hisui already powers up your moves when there's a hailstorm. This one is an extra multiplier, Invigorating Hail 5. You also got Unflappable, prevents you from flinching if the opponent likes to flinch you. And that's about it for Irida. Again, the very first Ice Wisher. And the moment you use Ice Wish, you bring in Hail, so you bring in 2 multipliers for most Ice type sync pairs already, because Ice type sync pairs have a lot to do with Hail. And then you get to, with her body move, you get to lower the opponent's special defense -4 immediately. So that's Irida and Glacial. You can also give everyone a regen effect if there's a hailstorm and you use your trainer move. So I guess that's a good plus. So let's move on to Yusin and Suicune. Another kind of like an ice-water type sync pair. This one is a long-awaited sync pair. This is mostly a water type. So if you're looking for an ice type sync move, this is not Yusin. He is a water type and he's a striker. And if you're wondering, look at his stats. His stats are very low. As a striker, you know, her tech sync pairs earlier. If you check, Irida has 448 special attack. Datamine has 448 attack stat. Those are tech sync pairs. And now you jump to Yusin, the striker, the damager, and you see his attack stat. You see his special attack stat, 288. Why so low? Well, we'll see. Whirlpool leaves the target trap. Blizzard never misses if there's a hailstorm. 10% chance of leaving the target frozen. And you can use this, or rather, you can, this is an AoE attack, hits everyone. But he has a passive skill, Piercing Gaze, which means Blizzard will never miss no matter what. Whirlpool is also not a very accurate move, so your Whirlpool will also not miss because of Piercing Gaze. And you also have a buddy move, and what this buddy move does is you can use this infinite number of times. Unlike Irida, unlike Datamine, which is MP, 2 MP, 1 MP, this one, no MP, can activate this after using 2 moves. Whirlpool, Blizzard, the chase continues. You can just use 2 moves and it cannot be deactivated afterwards. So you can spam B-Surf, 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 B-Surf. The problem with B-Surf is it's a 4 move gauge attack. So you might run into some move gauge issues. But then, if you have 3 opponents in the opponent's field of play, you have 3 opponents, you use B-Surf or use Blizzard. You have a recharging strike 9 passive skill. And every single opponent you damage, you recover 1 move gauge back. So B-Surf technically is a 1 move gauge attack in that regard. 4 move gauges, recovers 3 move gauge. Use B-Surf again, recovers 3 move gauges. Use B-Surf again, recovers 3 move gauges. Or you might prefer to use Blizzard. Free move next, technically. Free move next, free move next, free move next. And your moves will never miss because of piercing blows. Now you have Trap and Buff 5. And if the opponent is trapped, you get to power up your attacks and sync moves. You get to power up your Whirlpool, you get to power up your Blizzard, you get to power B-Surf. So, you might want to use Whirlpool first so that you will be benefiting from the Trap and Buff 5 multiplier because that will power up your moves if the opponent is trapped. You got B-Surf, let's go back to this. What this does, it has a 20% chance of making the target flinch. And the damage will not be split because the more opponents, your damage for B-Surf will be cut normally for AoE attacks. Your damage will be split from the number of opponents there are. So your Blizzard will be cut in damage if there are 3 opponents. B-Surf, what this does is it does not cut. All opponents receive equal damage no matter what. And also has a 20% chance of making the opponent flinch. So I guess that's good. You have a 20% chance you can use B-Surf, you can spam B-Surf. If the opponent flinches, that's a good thing. If the opponent does not flinch, well, at least you get recharging strike 9, bring in 3 move gauges back, use B-Surf again. Hopefully opponent flinches. If not, use B-Surf again until the opponent flinches. The chase continues is his trainer move, and it maximizes your special attack instantly. Snap of a finger, maximum special attack stat. Maximum critical hit rate, snap of a finger. Applies the condition nullification next to all, or a condition nullification effect to all allied sync pairs, so that your sync pairs cannot be burned, cannot be sleep, cannot be frozen, cannot be paralyzed, cannot be whatever. So that's what the condition nullification effect does, and at least you get to maximize your special attack and critical hit rate, and I guess that's good. As a striker, if you 6-star EX him, you get to hit all opponents when you use your sync move. So we've got a lot of water type sync pairs already. I don't think this is a very, very crazy addition. At least you get Blizzard, which AoE never misses. And you got trap and buff 5. And what this actually, this will be good once you reach, where is that? Once you reach 2 out of, was it 2 or 3 out of 5? I'm trying to look for it. Oh wait, no. Once you reach 4 out of 5, which this is not the video for that, but once you reach 4 out of 5, I'm just gonna say it as, you can trap the opponents. 50% chance of trapping the opponent if you use any move. So use Blizzard, you have a 50% chance of trapping the opponent using Blizzard. Use B Surf, you have a 50% chance of trapping the opponent. As you might know, trap is not a permanent condition. So, instead of focusing on after the opponent released from the trap, you go use Whirlpool again. Attack Trap 4 just helps the opponent get trapped almost permanently. And 5 out of 5, you got this Arm 9, making him as useful as Skyla or Anniversary Skyla, but then that's 5 out of 5. We only have 1 copy that's unflappable, prevents you from flinching. He has a lot of multipliers at 2 and 3 out of 5, which makes up for his mediocre special attack stat. But at 1 copy, you can only expect this much. You have, at least you can spam your Blizzard. At least you can spam your B Surf. But mostly Blizzard, never misses. Recharging Strike 9 just brings back all your move gauge for Yusin and Suicune. At least you got a shiny Suicune, Yusin. Let's move on. Signasuit Silver and Sneasel is the last of the 4 sync pairs in this update. And what this does is that I think this is the first time I'm seeing this background image as well. I think Silver's background image is different, but correct me if I'm wrong. Silver, Triple Axel, is just like Fury Cutter, except that it hits the opponent 3 times in a row. This is a multi strike attack or something like that. So, this attacks the opponent 3 times. Now, I'm not sure what up to 3 times in a row means. I do not exactly use Triple Axel in the games. Is this a guaranteed 3 times attack? Or is it either 1 attack, 2 attacks, or 3 attacks? For those who know, please let me know. But every single time you land the second attack is going to be twice as powerful as the first attack. And the third attack is going to be thrice as powerful as the first attack. And this always, you know, does the same thing. And if it hits 3 times, strongest damage is the third attack. And then it resets and so on and so forth. The other attack is your buddy move, B Triple Axel. And this can be used if your HP is full. And only if your HP is full. Which is weird because the game wants you to use this as your very first attack. Or else, just recover his HP and you can use this. Attacks up to 3 times in a row. Same thing. This power increases for each hit. And then, every single time you successfully attack an opponent, you get to lower your sync move countdown -1. So if you hit the opponent thrice, -1, -1, -1. Immediately -3 sync move countdown. And every single time you attack an opponent, critical hit rate +1, critical hit rate +1, critical hit rate +1, maximum critical hit immediately. After you use this, your damage resets, and you cannot use this anymore because it only has 1 MP. X-Speed plus 2 uses of this maxes your speed stat. And I Won't Leave You gives you a move gauge acceleration and raises your attack stat +3. So you use this twice to max out your attack stat and probably bring in move gauge acceleration. And then probably use B Triple Axel. I think what I want to use here is that I will use 2 or 1 I Won't Leave You, at least for my attack stat to raise up. And then I will be using B Triple Axel. And every single time I attack the opponent, I get to raise my crit, I get to raise my crit, I get to raise my crit. I get to lower my sync move countdown. And then, yeah, that's how I would use him. Next, a little bit weird, his kit for B triple axle to be full HP required. But passive skills, after you use your sync move for the very first time, you get to lower your sync move countdown -2. A lot to do with lowering sync move countdowns for Signature Silver. Tripping Strike 9, every single time you attack an opponent, if the attack hits, you get to lower the opponent's speed stat -1. So B triple axle, lower the opponent's speed stat -1, 1, 1. Triple axle, -1, 1, 1 if it hits 3 times in a row. So you get to lower the opponent's speed stat to -6. And the more the opponent's attack or speed stat has been lowered for strong for your sake triple axle, the stronger your sync move is gonna be. He is a tech sync pair, and tech sync pairs, if you 6-star EX them, will have a 1.5 times multiplier in their sync move. Inertia, the higher your speed stat is, the stronger your sync move is gonna be. So built in, one copy of him already has 2 multipliers, good multipliers. You have Cakewalk. The lower the opponent's speed stat is, the stronger the damage. Again, you can lower the opponent's speed stat to -6 by using 2 triple axles that hit 3 times in a row. Get to maximize your speed stat by using 2x speeds, and then you have to use at least 4 turns in order to max out your speed stat and to -6 the opponent's speed stat. So, good multipliers there for Signature Silver. What about his sync grid? Got Snow Shelter, prevents you from damage from a hailstorm at 1 copy. 2 copies, Unflappable, prevents you from flinching. 3 copies, you get the multipliers, a lot of multipliers, and at 4 copies and 5 copies, you get additional benefits from using triple axle, including your evasiveness increasing, including lowering the opponent's defense, including lowering a random stat of the opponent. And at 3 copies, you get to recover a little bit of HP from using triple axle, but we're just having 1 copy right now. But if getting 2, 3, 4 copies, 5 copies intrigues you, then by all means, watch my full analysis of these sync pairs in my June sync pairs Who to Scout for video when it comes out. So, what this does is basically lower the opponent's speed stat. And then once you lower the opponent's speed stat, that's about it. That's about it for this sync pair. Maximize your speed stat, lower the opponent's speed stat. As an ice type sync pair, you get to deal a lot of damage. A lot of damage. You can guarantee yourself to have maximum critical hits by using B triple axle, I guess, if this does not miss. And then, yeah, that's about it for Signature Silver. So, we're done with all 4 sync pairs. And what can we take home from these analysis? Well, Adamant, Grass, Rebuff, B, Razor Leaf, can lower the opponent's grass type rebuff -2. Once you sync using him, you can get Sunny Day. At the start of the battle, you also get Sunny Day. You can recover his HP. You can also raise his own defenses, making him quite self-sufficient in a lot of ways. You got Irida, first Ice Zone setter, and can give everyone regen effect. Can lower the opponent's special defense -4. But first Ice Zone setter, if you want the Ice Zone setter, that's what you're looking for. Also can bring in Hail, but not as efficient as Adamant, where every single sync move used will bring in the Sun. Yusian, free move next, technically, because of Propelling Strike 9. I think it's Propelling Strike 9. Every single time you hit an opponent, you bring in 1 move gauge back. If you have 3 opponents, you bring in 3 move gauges back after you use Blizzard or B-Surf. B-Surf can make the opponent flinch. And then, yeah, technically just that. He's a striker. He's the only striker of the list. And if you have more copies, you can make him a nice debuffer, but at only 1 copy. Nothing much to expect about him. can trap the opponent. If you trap the opponent, your sync moves, your normal attacks are gonna get stronger. Meanwhile, Silver is also an Ice-type tech sync peer, just like Irida. And can lower the opponent's speed stat. Can lower your sync move countdown quite quickly. And nice outfit. Nice outfit. If we were to rank these, well, let's check out the other things for stats. Adamant has the lowest HP, 582. Pretty low in my opinion. Very low. But you can raise your defense. Your defense stat is the highest out of the bunch. Special defense, not too bad. And has the highest attack stat out of the bunch. And remember that he is a master sync pair, so meaning your normal attacks are gonna get stronger, your defense is gonna get stronger for the opponent's normal attacks. Irida has the highest special attack and the highest special defense out of the bunch, but the lowest speed stat. And this will get higher because of her master passive skills. Yusine has the highest HP, but overall the lowest defense, special attack as a striker, Haya. And special defense, which are expected for strikers, but lowest special attack is a shake my head for one copy. Cygnus with Silver has the lowest attack stat, but that's pretty high at 404, and the highest speed stat. Lot to do with lowering the opponent's speed stat and reducing your sync move countdown. Multipliers wise, Adamant has the highest, has the most multipliers. 3 out of 5. Well, 3 out of 5. Let's just look at the blue ones. Grass type rebuff. Sinnoh Pride. Time flows over Hisui to bring in that sun, because sun powers up your grass. Does it? Time flows over Hisui. Let me go all the way back and check what powers up the user's moves when the weather is sunny. So yes, your moves are gonna be powered up if it's sunny. Unlike Irida, if it's hailstorming, everyone's moves will be powered up. For Adamant, it's only Adamant's moves that will get powered up from sun. Built-in, higher the attack stat is, which you can maximize immediately. The stronger your sync move is, and you can bring in 2 grass type rebuffs for the opponent and maximize your damage for your grass type, Leaf Blade, and your sync move, and so on like that. Irida can bring in Ice Zone as Sinnoh Spirit to power up your special attacks, and Space-O spreads over Hisui to power up everyone's moves. Not only special attacks, but also physical attacks, but does not include sync moves. If it is hailstorming, for the sync move multipliers, you get built-in hail multiplier plus, wait, that's not a fighting zone, that's Ice Zone. My mistake, too late to change that. Ice Zone. Yusine, at 1 copy, has multipliers that deal with trap. If the opponent is trapped, you get to deal stronger damage for your sync move and for your normal attack, which is pretty sad to see. And Cygnus with Silver, at 1 copy, has Inertia. The higher your speed stat is, the stronger your damage, and the lower the opponent's speed stat is, the stronger the damage. Now, if I want to rate these, how do I rate this? Number 1, depending on, well, I would have to say, Irida comes first because of Ice Zone, you know? Ice Zone, Hail, plus the good thing is no damage from Hail for everyone. Irida comes first. Although Irida does not have a lot of multipliers if you actually look at her. Oh, by the way, guys, 1 out of 5 also got Invigorating Hail 5. So, by getting this, you get to power up your moves when it's hailstorming. So, a lot of multipliers at 1 copy. Adamant might be my second one, just because of Infinite Sun and the grass type rebuffs. And he's a master sync pair. Master sync pairs actually should come higher than all the other sync pairs. As for Yusine and Cygnus with Silver, that's a little toughy. For the heck of the number of ice type sync pairs that we miss I think Signa-Suit Silver will come priority for me because of how easy it is to max out his sync move damage. Built-in Haymaker, or rather built-in Inertia plus built-in Cakewalk deals a lot of damage. Just those two alone deals a lot of damage. Those are some of the best multipliers out there. So by getting one copy, you get built-in Haymaker, built-in Cakewalk, which is similar to how Barry is built, but Barry has a huge difficulty of lowering the opponent's speed stat. This one is similar to Barry's multipliers, but very, very easy. Just 4 turns to do. You see him at higher move levels, he is gonna be higher in my priority list. But at 1 copy, he is at the 4th, the lowest in my priority list. So sadly, he only gets Trap and Buff 5. If you want to use Yusin, you either want to use Blizzard or use B-Surf. Blizzard probably for the AoE Ice type damage since we're lacking Ice type sync pairs. But the problem is, you cannot get Trap and Buff 5 until you waste 3 turns on each opponent, or 1 opponent for 3 turns, 3 opponents, to use Whirlpool. That's a waste of time. Until you get Attack Trap 4, yes, at 4 copies, you cannot just use Blizzard or B-Surf and trap the opponent's 50% chance. That's what his problem is. At 1 copy, only get that. So, that is my ranking. Again, that's Ice Zone, not Fighting Zone. Irida comes 1, Adaman, Signa-Suit Silver, then Yusin. Tell me your ranking in the comment section right now, and tell me who you are gonna scout for among these 4 sync pairs. But again, this is the timeline of events, and you should scout. Good luck if you're scouting. I'm gonna scout for Adaman. Looking forward to the special animation that we're gonna see. But again, you do not have to listen to everything I have to say. Just scout for your faves instead of the meta. Yes, Irida is meta for Ice Zone, but then scout for your faves. Adaman, if you scout for him, goes to the Trainer Lodge. Irida, you have to wait 1 month before she goes to the Trainer Lodge, but at least she goes to the Trainer Lodge. The others, well, Silver, you get a special image. You see nothing, but who knows, maybe next time Yusin can be scouted or can be invited to the Trainer Lodge. I don't know. But that is the end of my 1 out of 5 or none out of 5 video. I hope you guys learned something. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe again. You're so close to 10K. We're only 50 subs away. Let's get there. Help me on this journey. Help yourselves in this journey. And maybe you'll receive 1 lucky draw. 1 lucky, you know, I'm doing a giveaway at 10K subs. So maybe you'll get lucky. With that said, thank you once again, my awesome gifters out here, for all your generosity and support. And thank you to all the members of my channel, especially my 2-year members, Master Ball tier member Shadowphil. 1-year or 2-year 2-year Pokeball tier members Alstin, Roy, Luca, Jeremy. 1-year Pokeball tier members Sasori and Iwiz. And Ultra Ball tier Marokman, Great Ball tier Aurora, Espion, and Yuki Murasaki. Premier Ball tier members Shido. Pokeball tier members Tatsuya Gold, Kundan, Pokefriendo, and Edward. Thank you guys for your support. And with that said, this is Sol, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, the artist Team Skull Grunt. I will see you in the next video. Right.